Hello everyone and welcome to episode 34 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It's our kind of little modern day UFC save if COVID doesn't happen, as it is the UFC Fight Night card that's happening in Scotland, as Roy MacDonald versus Alexei Kunchenko is our main event for that card. Before we get to it though, I want to go over the rankings since it's been a hot minute. We just obviously had a major pay-per-view, as some of the rankings probably won't change a whole lot, but especially the heavyweight one, as you can see, still Stipe number one, obviously, and then Derek Lewis is in that second spot, which as far as whoever pretty much wins out of the Stipe John Jones fight is winner takes on Derek Lewis. Justin Willis though is third, which is pretty crazy, especially because Curtis Blades beat him last year, so Curtis Blades should definitely be higher than Justin Willis. Again, Chris Dukakis being eighth is wild. Francis Ngannou, obviously still on his suspension, but once he comes back, we would. I mean, obviously, I would have loved to have given him a title fight right off the suspension, but I don't think we should do that. I think we're probably going to give him. Really depends. As far as he's beaten Curtis Blades twice, so I don't really want to see that fight again. Maybe Anthony Johnson. That would kind of be crazy. That would be pretty fun. Maybe even Juan Adams, depending on how Juan Adams has been fighting. If he beats Anthony Johnson, it might be Juan Adams versus Francis Ngannou whenever Francis comes back. Because Francis' drug suspension, it's a couple months away from expiring. I know it doesn't feel like it. It's a halfway point, but by the time we get into the new year, because basically all of the fight cards for the end of 2020, they're all booked up. So basically, I'm kind of thinking ahead in that really when we get to November and December, and then obviously once we get into January, it'll be like 3 months until his suspension ends. And even so, we could technically, we could book him somewhere where there's not, because now we don't even use USADA anymore. So I guess technically we could do whatever we want as far as from that regard. Like we could book him outside the U.S. and it'll be just fine, but at least we're going to try and not do that. It's going to be pretty tempting, though, depending on who wins in the John Jones-Stipe fight. If it is John, John and Francis, that's the fight for sure. Even though, or even so, rather, with Stipe, he didn't, obviously in real life he fought Francis twice. So maybe we'll do that, too. If he loses, definitely give Francis and Stipe a run. And, you never know. Stipe is 38 here in the save. He might even just retire. So, as far as you have to have the possibility of that. But, yeah, that's the heavyweight rankings. Light heavyweight, of course, depending on what John does. As far as for Anthony Smith, he's pretty much guaranteed a title fight after beating Jan Blachowicz and Glover Teixeira. And he even beat Gustafsson after losing to John Jones in real life last year. So, really, for him, he didn't get finished by John, so there is that. Maybe a rematch, as far as for him, because really, with how the light heavyweight division is looking, it really is just like, John's kind of got the division in a chokehold. So really it comes down to between Alexander Roderick and Ryan Bader, potentially, or even Alexander Roderick, if he loses to Yuri Prochazka, that's really going to open up things for sure. Even Jacare Souza, his last fight, he just beat Thiago Santos. So, we might have him fight Anthony Smith. Guess not the craziest thing in the world, but it's we also have a lot of guys coming up from the light heavyweight division that are making a run. Obviously Yuri, Paul Craig, Alonzo Minfield. They're making their way up, and Jimmy Crute. It's crazy. Dominic Reyes, is 12-2 here in his career, but after losing to both obviously John and Johnny Walker, a tough break. Also, Johnny Walker. Johnny is set as a heavyweight for now because we're gonna do him and JDS as a heavyweight fight in December. So that's also why he's not there. Because I would say Johnny's probably. It might be just Anthony Smith and Johnny Walker for the light heavyweight title. This also depends on what happens in his fight, but yeah, because they haven't fought either, so that's definitely something we can do. Middleweight division, of course, Adesanya, Paulo Costa, that is set. And I believe that's happening in February? January, yeah. So that's at that's the 258 main event. I just haven't named it that, but yeah, that will be the main event there. As far as the next man up, we are looking at Sean Strickland. Because Sean, he of course beat Krzysztof Jotko, so he's beaten a top 15 guy. We'll see how he does in his next fight. We haven't picked it yet. I don't know if I want to have him face Uriah Hall like he did in real life, or just jump up and take on Jack Hermanson, as far as to give him a top 5 guy. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. Darren Till still in the top 10. It's crazy that Antonio Carlos Jr. is in the top 10. He's fighting, though, relatively soon after he just beat Brad Tavares as well. I got Trevin Giles, Tom Breeze, kind of in the back end of it, Julian Marquez. Kevin Holland, of course, is in the top 15, which is really fun to see that. He just lost to Brad Tavares, though. He just got knocked out by Brad, which was pretty shocking. We'll see. I mean, he's still 27. Jared Cannonier hasn't really found his footing. I thought he was going to beat Ian, but he got roughed up pretty good. Did, as far as the Whitaker fight, obviously, was tough for him. And for Robert Whitaker, too, obviously, he just lost to Adesanya, so looking to climb back up to have another fight with Adesanya, potentially, if, maybe Paulo Costa will beat him, but really just kind of depends with this one, because I think we're going to have Whitaker fight either Gastelum or Costa. Kind of just depends, unless Costa beats him. That's the middleweight division. As far as the welterweights, of course, Kamaru Usman, Tyron Woodley, that is happening. That might be the actual February main event. Yes, it is. That's happening in Florida, so that's going to be pretty fun. Kamaru Usman, of course, has not lost in the UFC here, and at this point, he just finished Masvidal in the third round. We've, as far as we'll probably give him a lot more fights here in 2021, because he only had the one here in 2020. So that will probably be. But it was crazy. Robbie Lawler's a top 5 guy. Robbie Lawler's actually knocking on a chance to get a title fight. I don't know if we'll give him Kobe again, or if we'll give him probably the winner, maybe even MacDonald and Alexei Kunchenko. Because if it's Rory MacDonald, we're definitely doing that fight again, because that's going to be a lot of fun. Because, it's now been, it'll be close to 10 years by the point. It'll be 2021. So, I mean, that would be, or it'd be 2015 would be the last time they fought. So, it'd be a fun trilogy fight to do, even though he's won, all as far as both fights. It would be nice. It'll be nice to have that fight again. Obviously, the second fight, quite legendary, and it's going to be a lot of fun. If that is the case, Alexei Kunchenko could beat him, though. Alexei Kunchenko is very, very tough. Stephen Thompson, of course, he just beat Nate Diaz, and now he's fighting Leon Edwards. So as far as that could be a big-time fight for both guys, looking to get back into the top 5. Jeff Neal, though, he is on a roll. It's crazy he's above Gilbert Burns, since he's only beaten one. Oh, no, Mike Perry's ranked. Bilal Muhammad, obviously that's a big win, but Bilal wasn't ranked then, and then Nico Price as well. He's gotten a couple of big wins, I will say that, and they've been finishes for the most part, besides Bilal. We'll see how he does, though. We'll definitely give him a big-time fight after he beats Wally, unless Wally Alves beats him. It's happening in December, but Gilbert Burns and Vince not sure what we're going to do with that fight, as far as we might even just have those guys face each other. As far as for Gilbert Burns and Vince Luque, as far as Vince just beat Dong Yum Kim back in June. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely make that fight a possibility. For sure. And then Santiago, coming off a loss to Kobe Covington, he's taking on Michael Page, coming up at 256. We'll see how he does. Dos Anjos is outside the top 10 now, as far as he obviously getting knocked out by Tyron Woodley. Big tough. Damian Maia, he's probably only got one fight left in him. He's taking on Diego Sanchez coming up in November. And then Masvidal, of course, just lost to Usman and Robbie Lawler, so he's on a losing streak now, which is pretty much what happened in real life. You have to lose one fight. It was kind of much downhill for him. Oh, I mean, we might do the rematch with him and Nate Diaz, since that fight kind of ended in a shitty way. It was Neil Magny, D-Rod, Tony Martin, Alex Oliveira, of course Michael Page, Gunnar Nelson, and Mike Perry. Still, ends up kind of back into the welterweight rankings. Welterweight's very, very deep, though. I mean, it's a very deep division. A lot of talent. Lightweight, though, of course, our new champion, Mr. Conor McGregor. Khabib falling out of the top 5 after losing to Conor is pretty crazy. Then, of course, he fucking was undefeated before that point. Kevin Lee and McGregor's the next fight. As far as for Tony Ferguson, if he beats Gregor Gillespie, he'll probably fight the winner of Kevin Lee and Conor McGregor. That's probably what we'll do. Edson Barboza, as far as he's fighting Demir coming up, I believe that's the main event for the next upcoming fight night after this one. But Dustin Poirier, of course, he just lost to Kevin Lee. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to have him do. I don't think we'll have him fight Khabib again. As far as for him, maybe Ali Quinta, maybe Paul Felder, maybe Islam even. It's kind of getting, lightweight's crazy. Top 10 guys are pretty nuts. Seeing Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje outside the top 10 is pretty wild. Pretty wild. Beneil Dariush, of course, Guam, and as far as they're on the come up, Dan Hooker, of course, looking to get his 20th victory. He just lost to Charles Oliveira, and he lost to Demir. So he had a pretty rough 2020. But yeah, lightweight, obviously, it's now, we're back in Conor's world. But what we'll probably do is after Kevin Lee, maybe we'll give Khabib the trilogy fight pretty soon. Really just kind of depends. I kind of want to see if Kevin Lee loses, Conor and Tony Ferguson's probably going to happen. Because I just always wanted to see that fight first. And then we'll probably give Khabib somebody in the meantime. Then, depending on who wins that. If it's going to be Tony Ferguson, if Tony beats McGregor, we'll probably do Ferguson, Khabib too. Either way, a lot of exciting matchups in lightweight. That is for sure. Featherweight, though, of course, we're seeing this fight now as far as in March. Brian Ortega versus Max Holloway. That was going to happen next month, of course. But the injury pushed that back. It's great that Aldo's looking for his 30th victory. He's taking on Mirsad Bektic, though, coming up in November. Of course, that's the main event of that fight night. Just beating Yair Rodriguez as well. As far as for the featherweight division, whoever the next man up, that's going to be an interesting decision. Don't think it's going to be Renato, obviously. Calvin Gatter, maybe if he beats Tapoeira, maybe. As far as really just depends with that one. Of course, Zabit losing was pretty tough. As far as Mirsad Bektic, really it's probably going to come down to Mirsad Bektic and Aldo. Whoever wins that, probably get the next title fight. But Yemi Zabit and Arnold Allen's a crazy fight. Obviously, Volkanovski coming off of his first loss in the UFC. Definitely could give him a trilogy fight with Holloway since he's beaten him in the past. Really, just we'll probably give him a fight in between. I'm not sure who we'll have him face. Maybe we'll have the Chan Sung Jung fight since that happened in real life. Maybe even take on somebody that's coming up, like or maybe even Frankie Edgar. I kind of feel like that's a fun fight. As far as stylistically, they match up pretty well. Even though Frankie's a little older, I just feel like they're kind of on the smaller end of things on featherweights. I think they're both 5'6". Yeah, 5'6", 5'5". I just think stylistically it'd be a pretty fun fight to see. So as far as that's in the future for featherweight, bantamweight, Cejudo and Sandhagen. That's the Arizona pay-per-view. I believe that's now. Yeah, that's going to be the next pay-per-view coming up. Cody Garbrandt taking on that's a Peter Yan, but he's fighting Casey Kinney. That would be at the next Fight Island. That's the main event for that. That should be exciting. Jimmy Rivera, kind of torn between what I want to do with him, because he was on a, lost to both Aljo and Peter Yan. in real life, but then here in the save, he's been pretty much on the tear. 30-27, both Cheeto and Casey Kinney. Really just kind of depends on how I want to do it. I know Dillashaw, Faber, that's the next fight coming up for both those guys. Yaya, just as far as if he beats Marlon Moraes, maybe we'll give him that fight. As far as with Jimmy Rivera, that's probably what we'll do. Whoever wins that fight, take on Jimmy. But Peter Yan, I believe he's fighting Brett Jones coming up in January. So we'll see how that fight plays out. Bantamweight's tough. Bantamweight, there's a lot of top guys, and really, pretty much everybody in the top 25 is a savage. It's so funny seeing Aljo all the way down there. And it's a 25th flyweight, though, of course, with your champion, Brandon Royval. So this is an interesting run, because he obviously just beat Pantoja and Figgy, as far as he beat Pantoja to get to this title fight. As far as for Pantoja, he just beat, as far as Magomed, just beat Figgy. Jazier still has the drug suspension, which that's going to be for another 7 months. Moreno lost. As far as for him, he just lost to Malcolm Gordon. And he also lost to Jazier de Silva. Really, it comes down to Malcolm Gordon. If he beats Benavidez, he'll probably jump up. Maybe it'll be Malcolm Gordon and Brandon Royval. That'll probably be the next title fight. If not, it might be Royval and Pantoja too. It's just weird to give that a unanimous decision guy a chance to fight. It's going to be weird, because I think we're going to have Royval fight Vicky next. That just kind of makes the most sense. But yeah, the flyweight just in a weird spot. They just as far as with drug test suspensions and kind of how fights have played out, but we'll get it rolling. Then for the women's side of things, of course, the women's featherweight contest, or division rather, just kind of depends on what we do with Nunes. Still, it's getting bigger, the division, which is funny because this will get cut by the time Nunes retires, but it's just hanging on by a thread at this point. And of course, Aspen Ladd, Nunes, that's the fight that will be happening relatively soon. I think Nunes is just a little bit more banged up. Yet just 7 more days for her to recover, and then she'll be ready to go for her title fight. Not sure when we're going to schedule it, but it will be, it'll probably be pretty soon. I know Nunes has fought a lot already. She fought twice in 2020, but, as far as getting 2 finishes as well in 2020 was huge for her, and, she's, she's awesome. She's Amanda Nunes. What more can you say? That's going to be a fun fight, though, her and Aspen Ladd, but she's just so much better than kind of everybody right now that we have on our roster that it's kind of just shocking at this rate. The flyweight division, though, of course, Caitlin Chikagan, they had the super fight, took that fight on, on relatively short notice, too, for Caitlin Chikagan, but she, of course, now back in our flyweight division after beating, she had a pretty jam-packed 2020, though, fought 3 times and fought Amanda Nunes and Valentina Shevchenko in the same year. It's pretty wild, but 2 first-round finishes as well. She was great. Absolutely great for her. As far as her next fight, it will be Montana De La Rosa. Really just kind of depends on how long Caitlin Chikagan's out for. I believe she's out for 3 months. Yeah, relatively 3 months. 2 months and 3 weeks if you want to be exact. But either way, she's not going to be fighting until 2021 anyways, but we definitely want to give her a break after the amount of damage she's taken along the way and how many fights she's taken along the way. For Molly McCann, she, of course, just beat Andrea Lee, so she's basically the next woman up. She fights the winner of this fight. So, the women's flyweight division's pretty much set. Macy Barber, of course, she lost to Montana De La Rosa by split decision, though. So, potentially might be able to do a rematch down the line. I believe Nico's taking on Blanchfield. Yes, she's taking her on in January. Still crazy, Valentina Shevchenko hasn't won a fight in the save. She lost to both Chikagan and Montana De La Rosa, and both finished as well. Just pretty Pretty wild. Then for the final weight class to talk about, Shang Wei Li. We're just waiting on Thug Rose to be healthy. Once Rose is healthy, which should basically be 2021, that's when that fight will happen. And then as far as who's next up, really just kind of depends. As far as Xiana Yan, as far as for her, she and Tatiana Suarez, I really wanted that fight, but we went with Luana Pinheiro and Tatiana Suarez instead. As far as I just felt like that was a much better fight on paper, but I mean, Jessica Andrade will probably, she's taking on Claudia next. She beats Claudia. I mean, I feel like she will definitely be in contention for the next title fight. It's just weird because she did beat Thug Rose in her previous encounter. Of course, slammed her, and then she got finished by Shang Wei Li. So it's kind of like in a unique spot for her as far as coming off of a loss and got finished very, very quickly. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird to kind of see how that all plays out as far as for Miss Andrade. But that is our divisions. We can go into the fight night now. As far as Rory MacDonald, Alexei Kunchenko, Arnold Allen, Zabit, Magomed Sarabov. I always fuck that up, but Zabit and Arnold Allen, that's a very, very fun fight at 145. Christoph Jotko and Darren Till at 185. Joanna Calderwood and Jillian Robertson. And then Little Nog taking on Paul Craig to kick off the show on the main card. Roy MacDonald, heavy favorite, -400. Makes sense. But Alexei Kunchenko is a guy you do not want to overlook. 22-1. He beat Gunnar Nelson. He's beat Lazu Zaleski Dos Santos. Before that, the Gilbert Burns fight was tough. That's a tough guy to fight, but he's finished both Zaleski Dos Santos and Gunnar Nelson in the first round. He's looking good. He's had a good bit of momentum. He's looking great out there. As for Roy MacDonald, his big return to the UFC for the first time in almost 5 years. Yeah, close to it. As far as last time he fought was June 2016 against Stephen Thompson. And back in the UFC, I think it's a big deal. I always loved Rory MacDonald. And for him to be back, there's just so much potential to be had for him. He's 31 still. He's had a lot of fights, obviously. But as far as to get back into the welterweight division after a change of scenery, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice for him. But that Arnold Allen Zabit fight, this is crazy. 16-1, 18-2. I mean, both men, when we started this save, they were looking to be potential top contenders of the featherweight title. And as far as for Arnold Allen, he just beat Josh Emmett with a Kimura back in January. So big layout for him. For Zabit, of course, just shockingly lost in his last encounter. Mirasaki got 30-27 as well. I believe he was a pretty heavy favorite in that fight. Yeah, good size favorite, a -200 favorite. We'll see. We'll see how that one plays out, because I think both guys, as far as the wushu style of Zabit, is a great kind of style for most fighters, to kind of, as far as how he can counter guys. But Arnold Allen, the way he can wrestle, the way he can box, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. So either way, that's going to be a really fun fight. Darren Till and Christoph Jotko. Close fight for Darren Till. Of course, Liverpool, England, so not that far away, but I guess a little closer than, obviously, for Polish native of Christoph Jotko. Darren Till, nice size favorite, -420 on the betting line. Jotko, 24th ranked on the middleweight division. Oh, in the middleweight division, rather, in the world, but 15th in the UFC. Just lost to Sean Strickland by a technical submission in his last encounter back in July. Looking to get back on the winning track. As for Darren Till, lost to Paulo Costa, got knocked out back in June as well. So as far as both guys losing in the summer, looking to bounce back. I mean, he was a decision away from having 4 straight losses. So as far as for Darren Till, you could probably feel the pressures on him to get this win. Beat Christoph Jotko. He doesn't have a team either, so I think that's going to probably dictate how that fight's going to go for him, and definitely will be a bit of a negative for him. As Jojo Calderwood against Jillian, as far as Jillian the Savage Robertson, as Jillian Robertson is the heavy favorite over Joanna Calderwood, which is pretty shocking. I know Calderwood doesn't have a team, but she is a Glasgow native. She'll have a big, kind of home advantage, if you will, as far as being able to have a big time fight. Her first fight in the save doesn't really count because obviously Molly Buchanan's height was so fucked up. Hopefully she gets a win here. To be honest, I'm just because the way she got fucked over in her last fight. But for Jillian Robertson, though, 7-4, 4-2 in the UFC. She lost to Macy Barber last year in real life. So she's had a long layover, basically a year, before this fight here against Joanna Calderwood. Both girls looking to climb up the flyweight rankings, and for Joanna Calderwood looking to be another, top 5 flyweight in the world again. For Little Nog, though, against Paul Craig. Paul Craig, of course, another Scotland native, and he is looking to get a massive victory over Little Nog, as Little Nog, probably his last fight. 23-10, just lost, got knocked out by Jacare Souza, lost to Ryan Spann. It's very funny, he knocked out Sam Alvey, also beat Patrick Cummings back in 2016. So his last win was 2018. Hard to believe he beat Rashad Evans and Tito Ortiz. But, Little Nog, he's obviously kind of had to live in the shadow of Minotauro Nogueira. But as far as he's still very, very talented, even though his age is up there. You can still catch him. With a nice, solid right hand. And for Paul Craig, though, I think this is a good test. Because Nogueira, obviously, very, very talented jiu-jitsu-wise. Paul Craig, a tremendous grappler in his own right. It's going to be a good fight. I think that stylistically matches up pretty well. If Little Nog was just a little bit younger, this would be a really, really exciting fight. That probably would have been close to a main event fight if Little Nog was a little younger. As far as the rest of the prelim, or the actual prelims, it's Stephen Braveheart Ray, Glasgow, Scotland native, taking on Frank the Crank Camacho. I love Frank Camacho. As Camacho is, as far as, even though he's 2-4 in the UFC, he's fought some tough guys. Jeff Neal, Manil Dariush, Strudover, fucking the Leech, tough guys. Tough guys. And Stephen Ray's a tough fight. Coming into Glasgow, it's a tough fight. It's a tough fight for him. And for Stephen Ray, he's a heavy favorite for a reason. For Stephen Ray, the last fight was back in October as well, so he's had a long layover. He's looking for that 24th victory. Should be a fun prelim main event, though. Those are some talented fuckers. As for Zubihara Tukugov against Danny the Hatchet Henry, another Scotland native from Edinburgh, as Danny Henry is the favorite going into this fight. Zubaria, though, as far as 4-1-1, hell of a record, Russian Sambo champion. He's only lost to Renato Carneiro, and even then he lost by split decision. He beat Shane Young here in the save. He's very, very talented. This would be a very, very impressive victory for Danny Henry if he does in fact get this win. For Danny, he lost to Ige in real life, so this is his first fight. It's been a long layover, almost over a year. We'll see how he does, still 27. Still got a lot of time left in his career, obviously. Should be a good fight. As then Shamil Gamastov against Modeska Kakis says the Denham, England native, as far as fighting from SBG Ireland on his fight camp. But Shamil, undefeated, 14-0. He doesn't have a fight camp, though, which is definitely a reason why he's probably such a heavy underdog, because he is super talented. Shamil, he's making, as far as coming off of a victory in real life, the split decision win over Gleison de Abreu, as far as back in November, so almost a year layoff as well for him. He's got good size, good grappling, as far as for Modestus, as far as he just beat Jake Collier back in March, knocked him out in the second. Should be a fun fight as far as a Lithuanian native. We'll see how he does in this contest. And then Nong Stamp against Janessa Mardani as as Janessa Evil Princess Marandin, as I believe is how you pronounce that. But Nong Stomp, one of the best kickboxers and Muay Thai fighters in the world, as far as from a woman's perspective, is the one atomweight champion in real life. And I hear about making her big jump to that as a strawweight fight. It's going to be interesting to see how she does a strawweight, because she is obviously a very tiny little woman at 5'2". As far as for her, I think she's going to probably run right through her, to be honest. But we'll see, though. Genesis, she's also was formerly an atomweight fighter, so we kind of gave her a good matchup. We didn't give her kind of a bigger strawweight. So I think stylistically this matches up pretty well for both girls. It's going to be an interesting fight. Going to be pretty interesting. Both Muay Thai fighters as well. Should be a fun one. Should be a fun one. That might even be the best prelim fight, to be honest, depending on how that plays out. The way those girls are going to go after it. And what a fucking opener of the prelim. You got some veterans in there looking to beat the fuck out of each other. Andre Muniz taking on Makhmed Muradov. Is Muradov from the Czech Republic? As far as he beat Trevor Smith and Alessio De Chircho here in real life. So he's almost been off for a year. Pretty much, as far as 9 months. 9-month layover. So we're going to help him out a lot. He's going to come in pretty fresh. As for Andre Muniz, he's also, as far as his last fight was back in May, as far as he got a Von Flue choke over Tim Bostich. So that's a huge win, though. Getting a win with a Von Flue choke, too. Very, very impressive. Both, 6'2" middleweights. This is going to be a hell of a fight. That is a hell of a kickoff to the prelim, too. Probably should have switched out those two. As far as this probably should have been way higher, honestly, on the card. But I can see why I kind of put it down there pretty low because of how heavy of a favorite, as far as on the betting line, that is. But Roy MacDonald, the main eventing for the third time in his back, the Red King. He has returned against Alexei Kunchenko. Heavy favorite for him. This is a nice return fight for him. As for the co-main, Arnold Allen, Zabit. As Zabit is the favorite, which I'm not surprised. Zabit, he was the favorite against Becic. Becic is just a savage in this. But both men, they've won 3 of the last 5 fights by decision. This definitely's got a good chance of going the distance. Don't think that we'll see a finish, but you never know. And Christoph Jotko, Darren, the Gorilla Till, as, Jotko ranked 24th, Till in the top 15. Darren Till favorite here. He is the significant weight advantage. And he's got the betting line favorite as well. And of course, as far as a closer fight for him, from Liverpool to Scotland, not that crazy of a travel distance for his fans. Much more easier than for Christoph Jotko. But, Jotko, he's trains the American Top Team, which Till is winless against American Top Team members, so maybe he's got that advantage going for him. Joanna Calderwood against Julian the Savage Robertson, as Robertson does have the 6-inch reach advantage, which is a huge, huge factor. That's probably why she's his favorite here. She's also finished 3 of her last 5 opponents. They're both top 15 flyweights. Robertson trains the American Top Team, which Calderwood is 1-0 against other members of that team. I think Joanna Calderwood's got a real good shot, though. Then for our opening contest on the main card, Little Nog taking on the Bear Jew, Paul Craig. Paul Craig submitting 3 of his last 5 opponents. He's awesome, just incredible. Can finish you on your back, or on his back. Can get a finish on top. Can finish you on standing. Can get you up against the cage, and as far as grapple with you up against the cage, take you down. Can do a lot. He is just so well rounded, and he's a guy that is a fucking problem out there. As for Stephen Braveheart Ray, Frank the Crank Camacho, as Stephen Ray, heavy favorite. We are pulling for Frank the Crank, though, hoping he gets a big win. Danny the Hatchet Henry against Zubaria Warrior took off, as both went mid. As far as last loss back in May of 2016, as for Danny, Henry hasn't won since March of 2018, but Henry, 6-inch reach advantage. I think that's why he's, again, a heavy favorite, because Zubaria is very, very tough. Zubaria, very, very tough. This is going to be a good fight either way. Then for Shamil Gamsatov against Modestus Bukakis, says Modestus is the big time favorite. Got the Blorkats that picks as well. Jamel got the undefeated record on the line for that one. For Nong Stomp against Janessa, the evil princess. Janessa is the underdog, which is no surprise. They're both fighters, of course, making their debut. Nong Stomp coming in with a lot of hype, that is for sure. And then Makhmed Muradov against Andre Muniz. As Muniz, big time favorite there. We have a lot of big time favorites on this prelims, as far as, but this is going to be a really, really good fight. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what the betting lines have it. We'll see if I am, in fact, correct on that perspective. As Steve Mazzagatti is our referee. Cage side judges, here we go. Exchange strikes here. They come together in strike. So I'll take a swig for the working man after they miss on the right cross. So both men are really starting to strike. We're seeing some shots land. Here we go. Muniz with a quick 1-2. It's a quick left and straight right. Muradov scores with a jab. Finds his right cross being blocked. Left hook there. Oh, there's a fucking eye poke. So the referee's going to stop that, and they're going to restart. 2 counter jabs. 1-2. Doesn't happen, though, as far as on the reset. Muniz with the left jab, but can't hit the right cross. Left cross there from Muradov. Oh, as there are a right hook that's missed by Muniz. Here comes a counter by Muradov. It's a pair of chops followed by a right hook. They stand trade, and nothing really comes of it, though. Neither fight really landed a good shot. A minute left in the round. There's a right hand from Muniz. Left cross from Muradov. Left jab. Misses the right hand. 1-2 from Muradov. This is now the right hand taking on the gloves. Doesn't connect with the left jab. Also has the right hook blocked, and that's the end of round number 1. Very, very close round. I think Muradov won it, though. Yeah, but 10-9. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe the betting line, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a lot closer. So far, that's been the case, as he's up on the round. Muniz misses the big right hand. Here comes Muradov with the counter. It's a left roundhouse kick to the body. Stand trade. Both fighters moving to engage. Comes to, on the left kick to the body for Muniz. As far as Muradov with the left jab. Doesn't find the mark on the right hook, though. Coming in on the exchange here from Muniz. Counter jab from Muradov. 1-2. Muradov was equal to it. Either fighter can land a good shot here. Missing the right hook. Here comes the counter. It's a right hand that nearly fails to connect. Counter jab doesn't connect. 1-2 doesn't connect. Still breathing well. Slipping past the right hook. Counters the left jab with the right hook. That's ducked. As now Muradov to connect with the right roundhouse kick. Oh, there's a cut, though, after the good right hook. Muniz is trying to give the first hit. He's starting to tire now. Going into this third round. Oh, there's a glancing high blow from Muradov. 1-2 from Muniz. Quick left and straight right. Muniz dodges the right hand. Here comes a quick left jab and a right cross. So Muniz looked a lot better there in that second round. I think he won that round, much like the narrator does. Very, very close, though. It was, it was dead even on strikes, 7-7. But, I think it's all tied up. Muradov's going to get the far as the cut man has patched that up to go into this final round for a chance for an upset. Muradov counters with the right hand with a head kick that just about landed, though. Didn't have a lot of power, though. Oh, there's a good counter from Andre Muniz as far as quick left to straight right. A solid right hand, too. And Muradov gets countered again. Quick left high kick that just misses, though. And Muradov's getting countered here. Now you're really seeing Muniz starting to light him up with some of these big-time shots as he counters again with a straight right. Halfway point in the third. Now they're just kind of both swinging and missing. Both shattered now. They fall into a clinch. Muniz trying to get some dirty boxing going. Knee strike to the body here. Trying to get him up against the cage. He does so. Yeah, they're just gassed at this point. Yeah, just hitting each other just to end out the round. Andre Muniz, I think he stole it there as far as the... we're going to have a split. Muradov, 29-28. Muniz, 29-28. Muradov, 29-28. That is big tough for Andre Muniz. I thought he did enough. I thought he won rounds 2 and 3. Big upset for Makhmed Muradov, though. Man, that's tough. Tough for Muniz, because, he cut him in the second round, so I just felt like he did more damage in the second. He definitely won the third round. That's just tough. Tough way to go about it, but that's the fight business for you. If you leave it up to the judges, they'll probably fuck you. Larry, he wants Marvin Vettori. That is a tough fight. Marvin is, of course, tough as they come. So that would be a hell of a fight. But he thinks ever connected to Onkos MMA Poznan as far as for helping him prepare for the fight and supporting him financially. Man, Marvin Vettori fight would be pretty nuts. A Nong Stomp against Janessa. We'll see how this fight plays out. It's pretty close to the betting lines. Josh Rosenthal is our referee. Cage side judges. Here we go. As Stomp attacks with some strikes here. It's the old Stomp fair attack. As Janessa, rather, as far as she comes in with a counter jab doesn't connect. Stomp comes in with some flurry of some 3 quick punches to land into one of them, but misses the big right hand. And Stomp now. Oh, there's a high impact right roundhouse kick to the ribs. That's crazy. The counter left hand from Genesis as far as she buys a feint. And now she's left open. Here comes a head kick now after 2 left hands. Rocked her with that one. Stomp is now going into the fucking clinch. Boy, oh boy. Big knee strike to the chest. Tries to wrestle out of it if she can. Another knee strike to the chest. Stomp is laying it in with these knee strikes. Fucking her up. As Janessa with a left hand on the counter. 1-2. But Janessa is able to equal that. And now Stomp fair takes back into the pocket. Falls for the feint. Beautiful straight right after the jab is wide. She rocked her again. Lord, oh, she's got another Muay Thai clinch here. Big knee to the chest. She's just in here to do damage at this rate. Another knee strike to the chest. Honestly, if I'm the corner, I'm not letting her go out there. She's probably broken her ribs at this rate. She's been fucked up that entire round. Don't think she's going to be able to come back. Probably is going to be a 10-8 round. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Both fighters come together and strike. Stomp opens up with a feint. Dodges the right hand, counterattacks with a kick to the leg. Another feint. Another right hook. Oh my god. As there's a misses the right cross. Here comes Stomp with a wicked right hand on the ribs here. As the body blow now knocks her down. Looking to finish the fight here in the second. And she does. What a debut for Nong Stomp fair attack. Jesus Christ. Surprised it was only rated decent because she fucked her up. She did so much damage all across the board. I don't know why I clicked on her little profile, but body shots, knees from the clinch, head kicks, head shots. She did everything. She went all over the place. She even landed some leg kicks in there as well. She just destroyed her. It's really, really impressive. No surprise, but just, kind of to see how she would do against somebody like Janessa, who is relatively close on the betting line, but she ran right on through her. Very, very impressive. She's a Tiger Muay Thai as well, so that's a very great fight camp for her. And yeah, she's going to be a problem with strawweight. That's for sure. And Shamil Gamostov against Modestas Bukakas says for as 11-2, 14-0. Josh Rosenthal is, again, our referee. They touch gloves. They move in. Modestas hits a jab, can't connect on the kick to the body, though, as Gamstov, though, with a 1-2. Bukakas going to come forward. Bukakas with a jab that's avoided, and now he's able to move into the pocket. The left jab, but the right to the body fails to find the target. Bobs out of the way, the jab moves back into the pocket. Nice jab, but a straight right that lands hard. So far, Bukakas has been the much better stand-up striker. Now he catches him with a crunching right hook. Bukakas still in the pocket, doing his thing. Jab in exchange from Gamostov. Bukakas with a jab and a right hand that lands hard. Neither fighter can really land a big time blow. Jab misses. As skipped a lap. Now Gamostov falls for the clever feint. Jab and a clean right hand from Bukakas. Jab in exchange from Gamostov. 1-2. As he lands 2 jabs and then misses the big right hand though. So 3-punch combination doesn't land efficiently, but he lands the setup strikes. Nice jab and a right cross from Modestas. And there's a left jab, right hand, or the right hook rather, is blocked. 1-2 from Bukakas. Gamostov looking for a takedown to end out the round. He's got the single leg. So that was a good idea. I would like to see him try to maybe do that in the second round if he wants to win this fight. We'll see though. Bukakas moves in, looking to throw. As Gamostov appeared to try to get in close, as Bukakas trying to take the initiative. Quick punches and land. Weak flicked left-hand jab from Gamostov connects to the jab, avoids the big right. He's moving well though, as Bukakas, but he's still breathing a little deeper now. And now that's going to give Gamostov the chance to get the takedown. Kamastov, he's got the big takedown, and it pulls half guard. See what Kamastov can do. Some big right hands, looking to scramble here, looking for an underhook. Bad choice though. Now Kamastov just able to get side control. This is where Shamil Gumstov's gonna really do a lot of great shit here. On top, you got 3 minutes left. He's now going to north-south, which is interesting. And now he's trying to shift, and that's going to give a scramble, but he's just going to be quickly grabbed up against the cage. Sharp right to the ear now. Traps him with a double underhook. See what he can do off of that. Don't think he's going to do anything. He's just going to keep him against the cage. Which, yeah, I get it. They're going to, Josh tried to separate him. By the time they separate him, it's the end of the second round. So it's definitely 1-1. They're all tied up. See what the, oh, and there is Modestas with a fantastic right cross of the jab. Knocks him down. Tremendous start to the third round. Might even win the fight here. Oh, he kept calm and was able to have him overcommit, so now it's a sweep, and they scramble as Kamastov, though, ends up on bottom. So, and now looking for Kimura. Hit Modestas, but couldn't get it. Looking for an Americana now. That doesn't happen either. Arm triangle, not happening. Liking that he's going for submissions, though. He's trying to finish the fight here in the final round. They stand him up. I mean, Modestas won the round. He just doesn't want to get caught here at this rate. And he'll be just fine. There's a beat of a straight right, though. I mean, his striking was tremendous. And he rocks him here in the end of the third. Right hook. Eats it. Barely able to stand up only because of the cage. And now there's a big right hand again. Finally, the referee stops it right before the end of the fight. That was... I mean, either way, Modestas was going to win that fight if it went to the scorecards or not. But that's just a tremendous way to at least get a victory like that, to finish him before the end of the fight. And, I mean, Shamil, he had a good chance. He just didn't really have the greatest start. That first round really hurt him. Second round, he did his thing, and he just got caught at the beginning of the third round, and it was downhill from there. But Modestas gives a name check to SBG Ireland, his various sponsors, and then all of his friends, family, supporters. Again, it was a lot closer than what the better lines have it. So we just seem to be more tapped into what the fucking judges have, or the judges, what Vegas has. Danny the Hatchet Henry and Saboria Warrior Tukov as another Tiger Muay Thai fighter taking on a London Shoot Fighters member and Danny Henry. Danny is a -350 favorite. Steve Mazzagatti is a referee. Our cage side judges. Henry gets the good ovation, of course, from Edinburgh. Fighters touch gloves. They move and engage. Left jab and a leg kick. 1-2 from Henry now. Left hook from Henry. Left jab and a glancing high kick from Zaboria. And now they're coming forward. 2 counter left hands from Zaboria. Left hand, but Zaboria evades the big right. Kick to the leg now from Zaboria. Misses the left jab, lands the right hook. Now Zaboria misses again. Here comes a counter. It's a left jab and a solid right hand from Henry. 2 counter left hands from Zaboria. 1-2. Zaboria was equal to it, though. Counters the right hand with a jab and a solid right hand of his own, does Henry. Connects clean with a left hand, does Henry. Now there's a great right hook from Zaboria. Henry misses the big right hand. Here comes a counter. It's a jab and a glancing blow with a high kick. Jab and a low kick. Henry lands a 1-2. So both men landing 1-2s. Henry misses the left jab, scores with the right hook. Left jab misses the right hand. Pair of jabs can't hit the right cross, though. They meet in the center. 1-2, passes bonus guard. Off target with the left jab, connects clean with the right hand, does Zaboria. Left jab does connect with the right hand. Pair of jabs that can't hit the right cross, though. Left jab and a right cross from Henry. Left jab and a right cross from Zaboria. Jab and a straight right. As a nice little 1-2. As time expires, they end out the first round. Zaboria gets the win in the first round. That was a very, very close round, though. It felt like it could have went either way. Danny Henry outstruck him, but I think... No, he didn't outstrike him. Never mind. I'm an idiot. As far as he got him by 1. So yeah, it was the right call. He did more damage. It was a good round for him. So the underdog wins the first round there. A few gulps of breath here from Henry's getting tired. They go toe-to-toe with strikes. Again, go toe-to-toe with strikes. Neither fighter really landed anything. As Henry with the left cross. Good right hand from Zaboria. Right hook gets countered with a left hand to the body from Zaboria. Zaboria's counter striking has just been tremendous. His jab and a right hook. Glances at his corner, gets a few words of encouragement here as misses the right hook, gets countered with a jab and a left kick to the ribs. as Henry with the left hand exchange, left hand and a leg kick there. Meet in the center, they start to strike. Zaboria with a left hook. Henry scores with a brace of jabs, also hits the right hand. Now Henry has appeared to suffer a gash under the eye. Zaboria attacks some strikes now. There's some left hands in the exchange. Jab hits home from Zaboria, then lands the right end of the body. Shoulders touch. Henry stunning his opponent, looking for his opportunity here as Zaboria missed the right cross. Here comes a counter as he's left wide open for the counter. Henry comes in with the left jab in the right hand that just misses. As a minute left here, Zaboria, 4-6 strike exchange, pair of jabs in the exchange. Zaboria can't connect with the jab, lands the right hand though, coming forward, walking down Henry. Left hand the exchange from Henry, coming forward, walking down Henry now as he can't connect with the jabs, lands the right hand though. Pair of jabs in the exchange, 4-6 strike exchange here to end out the second round. Henry coming in off a cross. He misses the left jab at a big right hand that just misses though. Henry's trying to steady up on Zaboria, but Zaboria's doing a really, really good job still with these strikes. Left hand from Henry. Jab hits home, hits the right hand of the body. As, that's going to be the end of the round. Henry coming in off the counter again. It's a jab, but it misses the right hand. He's doing a good job on the counters, but he's not landing the shots, especially compared to Zaboria. As Zaboria with the left hand, but nothing but air on the big right, and now Zaboria's getting tired. Oh, there was a fucking head kick here from Zaboria. Doesn't knock him down or anything, but that's a hell of a strike. Henry misses the right hook. Here comes a counter. It's a quick left jab and a solid right hand. As Zaboria probably won that round as well. Yeah. So he's up on the scorecard. The Edinburgh native, if he's not one to lose in his hometown, well, I'm assuming we're not running in Edinburgh. I'm assuming we're running in Glasgow. But if he doesn't want to lose in his home nation, he definitely wants to stop the bleeding here and make sure he can get a finish here in the third. 1-2 from Zaboria, though. Quick left, straight right. Brace of jabs as the right hand blocked. And he's trying to urge himself on. Yeah, as far as the corner's trying to help him out. Everything they're trying to do to get this man a victory. Countering the left jab, or with slipping past the right hook, rather. Counters with a left jab and a solid right hand as Zaboria. Now he's reopened that cut. Now Zaboria, all he's got to do is just wrestle him against the cage here, and he'll win. And he'll 30-27 him, too. Now there's the elbow up on the face here of Danny Henry. Zaboria dirty boxing his way to victory potentially. Muay Thai clinch now. This is not good. Knee doesn't have enough power behind it though. Again, misses the knee, but he still got control this time. Misses it again this time. Henry's able to wrestle free. Doesn't matter though. As far as Henry counters the right hand with a jab and a right cross. And that's the end of the round. In the end of the fight, your winner 30-27 will be Zaboria Tukadov. As, man, what a win. Zaboria coming in as an underdog, gets his 20th victory. We figured one of these underdogs was going to get the win in the prelim. Just they were so talented, and Zaboria being the man to do it is huge for, again, Tiger Muay Thai having a big night tonight with Nongstam and with Zaboria as well. They have looked really, really good. Then our main event of the prelim, Stephen Braveheart Ray and Frank the Crank Camacho. As far as Frank Camacho, plus 550 underdog. But as long as he keeps it striking, I think he's got a real good chance. We'll see. As Stephen Ray, though, big hometown crowd cheering him on. Round one begins. They touch gloves. Stand strikes in the fact that land a significant blow. Ray slipping got the right hook and counters the jab and left hook. Counter left hand from Camacho. Jab is wide, lands the big left hand. Camacho with a takedown. Not happening, though. But Camacho still got a hold of him, so he's trying to get him against the cage. Now looking for a takedown. He's got him. Gets dragged into the mat. He pulls guard. Ray with a double underhook down, trying to keep Camacho from launching any strikes from above. Double underhook again. So Stephen Ray's doing a good job controlling him down there on the bottom, but still, when you're down there on the bottom, it's not looking good on the scorecard for you. But Ray with a nice jab at a left cross to end out the round. It was relatively close. I mean, Stephen Ray, all he did was he did land a couple of strikes down there. He might have won the round, but it was close. It was close. Frank the Crank, he's got round one. We'll see what happens in round two. Ray avoids the jab. He's moving into the pocket now. Ray feints one way. Camacho's off guard now. Flurry of punches. all of them connect too, and Camacho gets hit with a beautiful straight left too. Man, get fucked over there. A 4-punch combination, right jab and a kick to the lead leg, pair of jabs, and a right hand from Camacho. Camacho lands a quick punch, finds a big right hand that's blocked, connect the right jab, hits the kick to lead leg kick from Ray, 1-2 now, as far as, oh no, it's a quick 1-2 on the jab, and then follows up with a nice right hook, so 3-punch combination from Camacho. The leg kicks are starting to noticeably affect Camacho here, right jab, left cross on Ray. My God, both men are swinging and landing some big time shots. Half of the strikes combinations landing there on the 4-punch combination that lands the right hook. Does Camacho. Right jab, Ramos kick to the body. Camacho with a jab and a right hand taking on the gloves. Lands the quick punch rather, but finds the big right hand is blocked. 2 of the flurry 3 punches don't land though. Oh, he hits 2 of the 3 rather, excuse me, but he doesn't find the hook to the body. Camacho tries the jab, misses. Ray can't connect to the jab. It catches Camacho with a left hook. Ray comes forward in the attack, left hand the exchange. Can't connect with the jab. Then hits him with a crunching left hook, though. Limping noticeably now is Camacho. Still, just those leg kicks have done just enough, I think, to do a lot of damage and to really fuck up Camacho's power and his striking in that when you're not able to really plant and explode off of with your legs. As showing good footwork, though, Stephen Ray comes in 2 quick punch combination there. He follows up with a sharp low kick. Might have won that round. It was pretty close. I think it's a lot closer than what they gave it credit for, personally. But I guess it was 17-14 on strikes. So yeah, I get. Or no, it was 14-18 rather. Excuse me. As far as it was a good round though. I think for both guys. Just Stephen Ray's leg kicks have done a lot more, but they're all tied up. And we'll see what happens in the final round. Stephen Ray trying to initiate the strike exchange. Kind of left hand from Camacho, though. There's a southern kick to the leg, so nice 1-2. A right hand leg kick. Camacho's been limping. Might as well keep going at it. Scores with the 2 quick left jabs. Another leg kick here. And another jab. Great combination from Stephen Ray. Just 1-2 him to death. Jab, leg kick. Jab, leg kick. Just keep on doing it. As Ray fails to phone him his jab, lands a low kick to the legs again. 2 strike combination here as they trying to start off something. Yep, there's a quick kick to the lead leg. 2 jabs, followed by a nice right hook from Camacho, though. Man, if Camacho could have just blocked some leg kicks, he would have been just fine. Jab is wide, hits him with a beautiful straight left, though. Stephen Ray's getting tired now, as there's a right jab and a kick to the lead leg again from Stephen Ray. He's landing some big shots, as Camacho just not doing enough damage, unfortunately, for him. But yeah, the noticeable limp now. He's taking a lot of damage on those leg kicks. Camacho left hand exchange. It's a crunching left hook from Stephen Ray to the right hand. Just Camacho, he just knows it's now or never for him. Went for the big right cross, but he missed it. And now Ray with a right jab and a roundhouse kick to the body. Camacho can't hit. Oh, he lands the quick punch, doesn't hit the right cross, though, unfortunately for him. And I think that will be it for Stephen Ray. 30-27. Wow. That's wild. These scorecards have been all over the place because I thought for sure Frank Camacho won the first round. But that's tough. That's big tough. That was a hell of a prelim main event, though. Tough break for Frank the Crank, though. He had a great showing in that first round. Just couldn't really keep it up. The leg kicks got up to him, and it's just brutal. Stephen Ray, though, gives the name checked over to London Shoot Fighters, excuse me, as all of his favorite sponsors and all of his friends, family, and supporters. So he gives respect to his opponents. Our main card opener, the Bear Tube, Paul Craig, taking on Little Nog, Antonio Minotauro, Rogerio Nogueira. As Minotauro Nogueira has a tough challenge against the Bear Tube, Paul Craig. We'll see how Paul Craig does, though, because I can only imagine the fucking amped of this crowd would be for Paul Craig. Here we go, as they come together and strike, neither fighting really anything damaging, though. Nogueira left jab, right hand is blocked, brace of jabs, can't hit the right cross either. Yeah, Little Nog's boxing is really, really good. And you're seeing that so far. Bob's out of the way with jab, moves into the pocket. Straight right, though, from Nogueira. Scores with the jab into the right hook. Left jab and a good right hand from Paul Craig, though. Nice left hand here from the counter from Nogueira. Left hand exchange misses. Nice right to the side of the ribs now from Nogueira on to Paul Craig. Pair of jabs, those the right cross. There's a left jab and a right hand. from Paul Craig. Both guys are swinging. Left jab and a right cross from Nogueira. Left jab and a good right hand. He missed with the left jab, does Craig, but he hit that good right hand. Dodges the right hand, counterattacks with a quick left jab and a right hook that's just ducked. Craig misses this time. Now here comes a counter from Nogueira. It's a couple of jabs followed by the big right hand that just misses. Two commands meet here in the center again. Avoids the right hand and fights back with a left hook to the side of the body. Nogueira slipping past the right hook and counters with a quick left jab and a good right hand. Man, I thought for sure someone would at least try and go for a takedown, but so far, Nogueira, I think he won that round. Oh, wow, they're going to give it to Paul Craig. Yeah, that was a close one. I mean, I just felt like, Paul Craig might have done more damage, but just Nogueira was doing a really, really good job, boxing-wise. That's going to be an interesting round. I think that's going to be one that, either way, someone's going to feel like they got fucked. As he counters the short body kick with a left jab and a right hook for the last possible second, does Paul Craig. Hits the jab, doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Nails the right cross as Nogueira now. Paul Craig's getting tired. Stalemate, both fighters fail anything. Misses the strikes, does Nogueira. Misses the strike, does Paul Craig now. Both men are really swinging and missing now. I think they kind of went for it in the first round, and it's cost them here in the second. Misses the left jab, but he lands the left hand to the body, does Nogueira. Pair of left jabs, misses the right hook to the ribs. Left jab, right hook misses from Paul Craig. Two jabs and left hook to the body from Nogueira. Oh, Paul Craig's in deep trouble here. Holy shit, Little Nog, look at the finish. Getting a Muay Thai clinch. That ain't it. As always, he fights it, I believe. Yeah, he does fight it, so now he's back underway. With Nogueira getting a little bit tired now. Left-hand exchange from Craig. Two left hands with a good right hand from Nogueira. Left jab, doesn't find the mark on the right hook, does Nogueira. Now misses the left jab. Scores the right hook, though, does Paul Craig. Clinched up with Paul Craig. He's looking shattered, trying for the trip. Paul Craig stops it. That's the end of the second round. Man, it's tied up going into the final round. See what happens here. The stalemate. Neither fighter can land anything. Right cross is blocked. Misses the jab as well off target on the head kick. Man, both men just swinging and missing. Now we're going to finally land a shot here. Paul Craig being this tired is very, very shocking. There's a left jab that lands finally. There's a jab and a right hook from Nogueira. Paul Craig misses the big right hand, and here comes allowing Nogueira to counter, though, the jab and a hook that fails on the body. The left jab can't hit the right cross. Nogueira with a jab and a great right hook. The boxing of Lil Nog has been the difference maker. Craig fires off a counter jab doesn't connect. Jab is wide, scores to the right cross. Counter jab misses, connects with a nice jab, and then lands the right hand to the body. It's now the end of the round here. A minute left. Here we go. Manages a counter jab. Jab hits home from Nogueira, then lands the body kick. Left hand from Nogueira. Great right hook from Paul Craig to end out the round. Damn, this is going to be a crazy, crazy scorecard. I think they're going to give it to Nogueira. Yep. Wow, 30-27 for Nogueira from Saul D'Amato and Nelson Hamilton. That's crazy. Paul Craig losing to Little Nog. That is shocking. But it's, I just can't believe it. The Scotland native and Little Nog retires after that. I cannot believe he lost that. That is crazy. He lost to both Little Nog and Shogun, I'm pretty sure. As far as that is wild. It's Joanna Calderwood against Jillian Robertson. As, it's been an underdog night so far. We've seen a lot of underdogs look good. See if that'll be the same here on this main card. I've ever seen one underdog win in the opening contest. Calderwood trying to fight, from the hometown crowd, and it has not looked good for the hometown crowd. There's been a lot of Scotland natives been able to fall short. Maybe we'll see a change here for Joanna. As Robertson trying to get something going, but Calderwood is able to push the pace. Jab is wide, but she catches over the great head kick. Small gash now under the eye. Robertson's trying to shoot in for a takedown. That's not happening again. Sharp stomp down to the foot. Finally, Jillian with the side control, or gets the sweep with the super outside leg trip, and she's looking for the knee bar. And fights that off, looking for it again. Gets stopped again, looking for the Kimura off, or the arm triangle rather, out of side control, not happening. Another knee bar attempt. God damn, Robertson's going for everything here. They stand him up. It's Herb Dean, and Herb Dean wants to check on the cut. It's not going to be a fight in there. So we're back underway. Calderwood misses with a strike combination with an attempted head kick. And now Calderwood with a jab wide of the mark on the head kick, though, and that's the end of the first round. Robinson 10-9's it. See what happens here. Left hand, nothing but air on the big right. Stepping in, looking unleashed. Does Calderwood 1-2. Robertson was equal to it. Comes in looking to strike. Does Calderwood left and lands a weak tentative jab. Connects with the jab, finds nothing but air on the big right. 1-2. Robertson avoids both of them. Doesn't land any of these strikes. She threw at Robertson, though. Quickly shoots in on her as well. Does Robertson, but Calderwood with a great sprawl. And now Calderwood trying to move around. The octagon, she's looking tense so far. I mean, Jillian Robinson, we know she wants to grapple. That has been very apparent. Calderwood so far has been a pretty good job of stopping her. She only had one takedown. She might get another one here. But Calderwood's going to grab the cage. Verbal warning there. She's going to sweep her this time. Nope, still can't get her down. Yep, she blocked it again. That's going to be... Oh, the ref didn't see it. Oh, no. That's crazy. Looking for it again. This time she sweeps her down. Trying to get her leg free. It's a scramble, though. And she's back on her feet. But Robinson, again, trying to take her down. Not happening. I mean, yeah, it's weird. I mean, Jillian, she's just she's shooting for takedowns. That's pretty much all she's doing. Calderwood, I think she won that round, personally. That's just my opinion, but... We'll see. Yeah, it's not looking good for Joanna Calderwood. And another takedown attempt doesn't happen, though. Vicious foot stomp. Unable to get free now. Short punches here. Looking for a trip. It's outside leg trip. Sweeps her down. See what she can do. She's got her back. Potentially. Oh, no. She's got side control here. So now Robinson's trying to throw punches. Some small strikes. I mean, Jillian, she probably feels like she's won the round already, but she's looking to finish her. Look at at least getting them out. They end up scrambling, and Robinson ends up getting shoves her up against the cage. Another excellent inside leg trip this time. Looking for the knee bar, but that's not going to be it. And a tough loss for Miss Joanna Calderwood. As, yeah, that's tough. Another weird scorecard. 230-27 and 29-28. But yeah, that was a tough loss. Joanna Calderwood, she was the underdog for a reason, but I felt like, maybe she had a better chance in the first round, but it just didn't happen. Now she'll be 6-6 in the UFC and 14-6 overall. But Jillian Robertson, she has a huge win. Thanks to the American Top Team for having her prepare for the fight and her sponsors for supporting her financially. She went to Aaron Blanchfield, though. That is a very tough fight. As Krzysztof Jotko and Darren the Gorilla Till. As Darren Till, Krzysztof Jotko, almost similar fight experience and records. As far as age, a little younger as Darren Till, but plus 330 underdog was Krzysztof Jotko, but it's been an underdog night for the most part. Josh Rosenthal, though, it will be our referee. Cage side judges, here we go. Still a little bit bigger than Krzysztof Jotko, even though obviously they weighed in at 185. Jab hits home from Jotko. Left hand, right hook from Jotko. Till doesn't connect the left jab, but he lands the left round kick to the body, though. Jab from Jotko doesn't find the mark on the hook. Left jab, he's off target on the head kick. Till going for those head kicks has been interesting. Here comes a great boxing display here from Jotko. 3-punch combination, lands with the left cross. 1-2 from Jotko, does as he lands 2 of the 3 punches, then lands a quick head kick. That did some damage, too, and Jotko's in trouble. Till looking for the finish. Vicious right uppercut, and down he goes. Looking to finish the fight here in the first round, and he does. What a win for Darren Till. And a tough break for Krzysztof Jotko, though. That is 2 tough losses. Back-to-back here in the save. He's fought some tough competitors. So Sean Strickland and Darren Till, those are tough guys. Very, very tough guys. As Darren Till name checks all the sponsors and thanks all the fans to turn out support. I mean, asked who he'd like to fight next. He thinks the fight with Ian Heinzich would be a particularly great contest. That'd be interesting to see. As Darren Till gives a good account of himself here as our co-main event. Arnold Allen and Zabit Magmaduzarov. Oh my god, I fucked that all the way up. But Zabit and Arnold Allen, gonna be a good fight here at featherweight. The favorite in Zabit is Josh Rosenthal. Referee again, cage side judges, here we go. Zabit coming in, looking to attack. Allen looks like he's trying to get the grappling started, but he can't take the initiative. Nice right cross that lands hard from Zabit. Oh man, Zabit is lighting him up down there. So lands a quick flurry of 4 punches now. One of them hit home, then he catches him with a low kick to the front leg. A punch from Zabit fails to land, and now Allen is able to clinch up with him. Looking for the takedown, not happening. Now Zabit trying to get an underhook here. That's not happening either. Zabit, another takedown attempt, not happening. Yeah, both men I think are a little too good for each other. That each man can stop one another's takedown, so it's probably going to be a stand-up affair. From the looks of it, that's definitely going to help out Zabit so far. That's been the case. Another leg kick here. Looking to clinch up with him now is Allen. And looking for the takedown. Not happening either. Zabit looking for his takedown. That's not happening. Yeah, both men just going for it and not happening. And then they break from the grapple. Allen looks like he's trying to get in close again. Zabit, though, with some strikes here, potentially. But Allen keeps on trying to get in close. There's a fantastic right cross. It lands hard. And yeah, Zabit won that first round. We'll see what happens in the seconds. Attacking with some intent, Zabit scores a 2 out of 44 punches and hits Allen with a spinning kick to the body. As he looks like he's going to step in and grapple, Zabit simply takes the initiative, left hand, and lands the leg kick. As Zabit trying to get to slow down here, perhaps conserving some energy. Moving in and out of range, hoping to tempt his opponent with a reckless strike and start grappling. As Zabit with the left jab, Allen evades the big right, connects with a nice jab and scores the slithering kick to the legs. And looks like he's trying to get a grapple going, but again, Zabit's just doing what he can. He's limping now as Arnold Allen. His jab is wide, catches him the right roundhouse kick to the body. Lands the right hand, lands the straight right as well. Nice little 1-2 rather, left hand, a straight right from Zabit. And he's now opened him up with a small gash underneath the eye of Arnold Allen. As Zabit misses with the spinning back kick, but he landed on the jab at least. Can't connect the setup strikes and the scores of the right cross, though. As long as he keeps on doing those leg kicks, I don't think Arnold Allen's going to make a comeback. His legs are kind of what drives him, for him to keep up the high pace wrestling-wise, and if he doesn't have the legs from under him, plus with the stamina as well, just don't think it's going to happen. But what a nice flurry that is. Lands all 4 of them. Lands a straight right hand that lands hard. Oh, catches the body kick, though, so Arnold Allen might get a takedown. He does so. Oh, but the guillotine. Oh, Zabit couldn't get it, though. That'd been nuts, but at least Arnold Allen finally gets a takedown. Needs a finish. Does Arnold Allen. That is for sure going into the final round. Allen looks like he's trying to get in close. Moves in and behind all of the punches here. All of them landing. And lands a leg kick, too. Boy, oh boy, Zabit's corner's trying to urge him on. So the fight's not over yet. Can't coast here. Arnold Allen's a little too talented for you to coast, especially when he catches that kick. Looking for the takedown. He's got him. Let's see what Arnold Allen can do on top. Looking to pass. Oh, it's a scramble immediately. As Allen's just going to drive him against the cage. Got him against the cage here. But he is getting controlled because Zabit took control. And then they break free, though. So now they're back in the center of their cage, and then off target left jab lands the right hook. Allen scores the brace jab, finds the right cross is blocked. Zabit's breathing very, very hard now. Now Zabit trying to get the underhook here. Looking to take him to the ground, not happening. Looking for it again, not happening. So Arnold Allen, he's going to get 30-27 here. Zabit did a tremendous job striking-wise. That was the difference for sure. Allen misses the right hook and gets countered with a left jab and a good right hook of his own. Does Zabit, and Zabit's striking just was tremendous. Catches him with a crunching right hook now to end out the round. And yeah, 30-27. Well, again, we just cannot be on the same page for these judges, as Zabit is your winner. It's a very good co-main event. And for Zabit, man, he's looking to get back into that title contention. He just name checks all of his sponsors, thanks all of his fans for one. But our main event, the return of the Red King, Rory MacDonald, against Alexei Kunchenko. Team Mazagari referee, cage side judges, here we go. And the touch of gloves ignored completely by Rory MacDonald. How about that? Strike exchange, neither fighter can really land anything. MacDonald with the left jab misses the big right hand. Doesn't find the left jab that lands the right hook, though, does Kunchenko. Kunchenko misses the lands the left jab rather, but misses the leg kick. Misses the right hook and gets countered with a leg kick to the ribs. Or left kick rather to the ribs, not a leg kick to the ribs. As MacDonald with the left jab, right hand's blocked. Kunchenko nails the right cross. Kunchenko misses the right hand. Here comes Rory MacDonald with a counter. It's a thumping kick to the thigh there. So far, we've seen great leg kicks. Now MacDonald looking for a takedown. He's got the single leg. Passes now. He's got half guard. See what he can do in half guard. He can't get past it, though. Kunchenko doing a really, really good job to keep him in guard. Either way, though, Rory MacDonald won that round. That was a tremendous job from him. He's got 4 more rounds to go, though. Great takedown again from Rory MacDonald. Throwing some punches now, pounds away. Kunchenko's in some deep shit here. Oh, never mind. Just a pass to allow to scramble here. Oh, Kunchenko now leaves his back exposed. Rory MacDonald's going to get that. Landing some shots now, looking for the rear naked choke. Oh, and he got him. Didn't even need to get the hooks in. Rory MacDonald's a fucking savage. What a win. What a mistake, though, for Alexei Kunchenko. Can't give up your back out there, especially against somebody like Rory MacDonald, who has that fight experience, who's able to get that rear naked choke, and has, I want to say, in the save, he got a rear naked choke. He choked out Paul Daly, which, that's not saying much. Paul Daly's a fucking boxer at this rate, but, yeah, just a tremendous job for Rory MacDonald to win your return in a pretty exciting fashion as well. Gives an name check over at a TriStar Gym. All of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, famous sports, as well as he praises Alexei Kunchenko for his toughness as well. And he's back. Red King has returned. 1,000 people showed up. A $322,000 gate. Not the greatest gate, not the greatest of commercial ratings as well, but a pretty good card, all things considered. Yeah, I thought it was actually a really good fight night card. Yeah, we just decreased it in Africa. Everywhere else, it was about the same. You either barely increased it or you barely lost it. Well, Canada, we got a +1 thanks to Rory MacDonald. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we're going to give a performance bonus for Lil Nog. Performance bonus from Muradov. I thought he did really well. Same thing for... that's probably it, to be honest. I guess Zaboria was the underdog, so we'll do that as well. We made almost $1 million. Not bad. Not a bad day at the office. Not bad at all. So that will do it, though, for this episode. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time for the, I believe we have a fight at the end of October. I want to say we do. It might just be at the start of November here. We're almost at the end of the year. The end of 2020 as we know it. We'll go into 2021. And, my God, everybody's having a card here on the 3rd week of Saturday. Jesus, Murphy. So yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.